the Greg Newware Show. My name's Christian. Let me go right ahead into the review, and then I'll talk more about my feelings about the item, how I would style it, etc., etc. So what we've got today is an Alyx chest rig. This is the mini chest rig with the kind of fleece design. I saw it on clearance, on double clearance, and for whatever reason, I felt compelled to pick it up. Maybe because I've covered Alyx multiple times in this channel, and just the opportunity to pick this up for so cheap, I thought I might as well give it a try. So here is the bag itself. It's smaller than the kind of classic chest rig, and it's in this kind of camo green fleece. And you'll see some of the details are, it's got kind of leather right at the zip closure. It's got this little metal kind of Alyx symbol. And what was interesting to me at first were these two buckles. So it's got the two kind of signature Alyx buckles right there. And then on the back, it's got like that mesh kind of deal. And we open it up and remove the stuff inside. Hate that. I hate it. On the inside, you know, it's just got kind of a lining in there that's got like an Alyx pattern over and over again, a tag, a little leather jobby. So this, at this size, you could easily fit things like your wallet, your phone, maybe a couple of things, maybe a small notebook, but it wouldn't be big enough to, say, carry your lunch, or like a full-size book would be a challenge, maybe if you had like a small Kindle. And then, so in terms of putting this on, these buckles function. You could, say, take them off and put them on like that, but I think the most logical way to take this on and off is there's a clip right here. You could do that, and then we're in it. We are in it to win it. And I'm gonna try wearing this out today to see, you know, to like terrain test it. But essentially, what you're looking at is a small bag that's a little stranger and unique that could fit, you know, a few things, but it's always on your chest. It's worn like this. And just off the bat, these are kind of my initial thoughts. I think that the fleece itself and kind of the construction feels pretty quality. You know, the materials, Alyx is more of like a grungy, gritty type of brand. So it's like this nylon feels pretty good. All this stuff doesn't feel cheap. But the thing that immediately disappointed me when I got this is these buckles. So I thought what was really interesting was it does have those kind of two signature Alyx buckles. That's kind of like the accessory. That was what I made my first video about. But unlike the belts and what I thought, like some of the bags, these are plastic. So that is a little bit of a disappointment to me. It's the same design as the other Alyx buckles, but they're plastic, baby, which is what it is. I don't know why they decided to make that choice to make it plastic. Maybe metal would just kind of be too clanky on your chest. Maybe they were cutting costs. Maybe it doesn't make any real difference because it does have the same aesthetic look. But my fear or my complaint would be like, is that as durable and like useful as if they were the metal ones? I'm not sure. I really don't know. But in terms of, if you just wanted to see this video to see like, is this a good bag? Would I be able to use this? Putting it on and off seems relatively easy, like I said. And in terms of what you can fit in here, expect to fit your phone, your keys, your wallet, and maybe a few other things, your AirPods, but not a lot else. So, guys, now that the other people are gone, let me talk to you about why I thought to pick this up. So, honestly, this bag was like, it went on sale, and then it went on like 30% off. Toto Kalo. I'm gonna put a voice clip of me saying it. I bought it on for a steep discount, and there was only 2 left. And I mean, it was kind of an impulse buy, but I love Alyx. I really do. I still love what they're doing, and there was something about this. I'm like, well, here's my opportunity to buy an Alyx piece. But I honestly have no idea how I feel about it, because realistically, you know, I did that kind of gun holster video over a year ago, and it kind of feels like the whole holster thing has been well played out. And if you saw Alyx's most recent runway show, they have kind of diverged a lot from that grungy holster thing. That whole look doesn't seem to be playing out in their collections at all. And I think the reason that this item was left on sale for so long is because, you know, the high fashion sensibilities is that it kind of has been played out. But I had this other thought, and this is maybe why I decided to pull the trigger, and it depends on whether or not I'm going to keep it, based on this. I kind of recognize that, for better or worse, whatever, the holster, this like bag, will probably stand out as one of Alyx's most unique pieces, because it doesn't really look or function like any other kind of bag. And in the same way that I think of like helmet layings, like the ballistics vest is kind of unique and strange, and there have been imitations and there have been similar garments like it, it still, to this day, was like a piece that really isn't like a lot of other garments or accessories. And I think that this bag kind of will, or at least any variation of this like kind of holster bag, will be the same thing for Alyx. So like right now, I do wonder if it seems too hyped or played out. But at the same time, I think that, you know, I mean, honestly, when the hype dies down, like if we're talking years down the road, if I'm like a archivist, if I got my big archive, I think that this is kind of like a piece that will be something that is very unique to this brand, assuming that they remain relevant. Even if they don't, I think it's the kind of thing that is pretty unique. And the other thing that stuck out to me about this version, this variation, is it's this fleece small guy. So it's not a lot like their original one, which is very military, uniform, very pragmatic, practical, and very similar to like actual like holsters or vests that like firefighters will wear. This one definitely feels a little more fashion to me, and it feels a little more distinguished. And like I said, even though the buckles are plastic, they're still, you know, I'm still flexing. All fashion is about flexing, and that's why I chose this. Not really. So on part 2, let's try out some fits and see how it looks. Fit number 1, I've got my Nepsi, my jeans, my boots. I'll let the bag do all the talking. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, honestly, I think this looks pretty good. I think this looks clean. And I have no complaints. Fit number 2, on a rainy day like today, maybe you want to throw on your rain jacket. I also think, I mean, I'm not hating this look right now. I thought like, I throw this bag on, I was worried I was going to look a little too cringe or a little too like a hype beast or whatever, but I think like in a look like this where you're kind of muted palettes, where it's, I mean, I'm kind of borrowing from like an Alyx aesthetic, this doesn't look bad to me. This kind of looks like kind of cool and make me think maybe I will keep this bag. But, you know, with like a look like this, it seems normal, and once again, it's not going to be impossible to take it off, but that said, while you're wearing the bag, you're not opening up your coat, you know? So like, buyer beware. I mean, that is kind of an inconvenient part. Throwing it back on, let's say, you know, I'm at work, I'm like, huh. You know, it does take some adjusting, but it's like, if everything that I owned was all 100% convenient, I don't know. So that's not a bad look. All right, at the end of the day, I think 3 things make or break the bag for you. For one, it's like, how are you styling it? Because in the 2 fits that I showed you, I'm doing kind of Alyx-like fits. I'm using like muted palettes. I've got like this raincoat on, and it doesn't look horrendous. The other thing is Are you picking this because you think you can style this will look cool with your outfits, or are you doing it because you want to, I don't know, be like hyped? Because the hype has completely passed at this point. So it's like, do it because you like it? I think, I wonder if the audio's horrible. And the third thing, because I said 3, and now I'm forgetting what I was going to say for the third thing, but it's like, number 3 is, I don't know, do you think you're gonna use it every day? Are you gonna keep it? You know, I had this idea that maybe this is worth picking up because it's kind of so weird and unique, but at the end of the day, I think that it's more important to have pieces that I'm gonna like hold on to and wear constantly. And I am wearing it right now in the rain, resale value dropping, but I think it looks kind of cool and I think it's kind of useful. So you guys gotta tell me what you think. I'll catch you later.